Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
You lied to me, General. Now I know all about your machinations.
And what could you possibly think you know?
I know that you raised the National Guard for the sole purpose of taking command of it. There was nothing spontaneous about the uprising.
Do you have any evidence to support your accusations?
I do. I have the manifesto.
Bon sang.
Why resort to this manipulation?
You must understand. What I have done, I did for the good of the kingdom. I wanted to stop this massacre while protecting the Queen and the Dauphin. In the name of the people, Aegis. But an actual uprising of the people would have inevitably led to disaster. Only professional soldiers could organize and lead the resistance.
Who were your accomplices?
My brothers in arms, the brave men of the Régiment de Saintonge, veterans of the American War, men who at the Battle of Yorktown brought an empire to its knees. Alas, we gravely underestimated the enemy's forces. We thought we would face an infantry supported by a handful of machines, but an entire army of automats. It was unthinkable.
Some accuse you of harboring a lust for power. The circumstances were to your advantage.
These aspersions are all too familiar to me. But tell me, if I wanted the crown for myself, why did I not take it when I returned from America? When I had seasoned troops at my command, and the people sang my No. Though I readily admit that I do believe I am worthy of fulfilling an important role for the Queen. Lieutenant General of the Kingdom, for example. Or even, if circumstance requires, the Regent. Voila. Now you know everything. I haven't left anything out. However, this truth, if it were made public, would play right into my enemy's hands. So I ask you not to reveal anything I've just told you, and to give me the manifesto.
No, General. You'll forgive me for choosing to hold on to it.
In that case, my fate remains in your hands. Can you at least tell me where my detractor is hiding? The one who is spreading these charming rumors about me.
I cannot tell you anything, General.
Oh, no matter. I will not let this serpent continue to vilify me. I shall get redress for these aspersions in the end.
Do as you wish, General de Lafayette. Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
Can I help you, Aegis?
What is the significance of these objects steeped in memories?
Nemes. I have reread every work that I have on them. Pages that have remained unintelligible to this day. These echoes go back to the beginning of time, to that fateful day in ancient Greece when some dark magician took it into his head to bind a soul to an inanimate object. You see, Aegis, the soul is the very essence of the divine. The earliest necromancers whose works have survived, when a soul is fragmented, and takes shelter in 3 objects that the victim held dear. It's as if these memories wish to remain bound to the mortal who had held them.
I found this notebook written in Latin.
Indeed. Medieval Latin, to be precise. Oh, hold on. Bon sang. Aegis, what a find. This handwriting. I would recognize it anywhere. It's in Nicholas Flamel's own hand. Give me some time to study this, and I'll tell you what I'm able to glean from it.
Have you finished reading the notebook, mon père?
Yes, Aegis, and what I learned from it puzzles me. In this diary, Flamel tells of 3 journeys. 3 journeys into what he calls the in-between. A strange world filled with wanderings, tormented spirits that are unable to...
This world... It's where Cagliostro's victims were trapped until I freed them.
En effet, I believe you're right. But that's not... He wrote this in the final paragraph, in his handwriting. Dated, what if his body died while his soul was traveling through limbo? What if he were trapped, a prisoner in this purgatory? Aegis, Because of your unique nature, we have an incredible opportunity.
What do you mean, mon père?
If the soul that animates you has been bound to the automaton that serves as its vessel, and if this were the case, the soul would travel to purgatory, where Cagliostro entraps the souls of his victims.
Hold on. Are you trying to convince me to go and find Nicholas Flamel?
I'm offering you a chance to speak to the man who discovered the Philosopher's Stone.
Assuming I agree to venture into purgatory, do I even have a chance of finding him there?
Certainly. According to this journal, or that of the pilgrim, if Flamel's soul is trapped in purgatory, as we've guessed...
Is it still standing?
Of course. It's on Rue de Montmorency, in the quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. You can get there via the cemetery of the Église.
And how do you plan to free my spirit from this automat?
We would simply need to break the bond between them. To do this, for a short time, of course. We don't want to lose. As for the rest, it will be a question of mechanics. Therein lies the problem. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier could shed some light on the matter.
Goodbye, mon père. Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Égis?
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix, Égis.
Monsieur Raymond.
Go on, Aegis.
See you later, perhaps. Monsieur Bailly. I found this box with astronomical symbols on it. I believe it belongs to Vokanson's daughter.
Athenais' secret box. I built it with my own hands. It was my gift to her on her 15th birthday.
I wasn't able to open it.
Naturellement. Athenais and I are the only ones who know how. Allow me. You must arrange the planets the way they were aligned on the day of Athenais' birth. Voila, like this.
What's this locket?
Athenais is always wearing this. It contains a portrait of her late mother. She said it was her most cherished possession in all the world. To think, the poor child never knew her own mother.
You monster! What did you do to her?
What happened? You froze the moment you touched the locket. I thought I'd lost you.
I saw her. Athenais de Vaucanson. The Comte de Cagliostro has her.
Mon Dieu. It is just as I feared.
He bound her spirit to an automat.
Please, say no more. Athenais. It is her spirit that animates you. Is it not?
Yes. I believe so.
Seigneur, quelle abomination. It is vital that you go and find Athenais.
She is right in front of you.
Alas. You know nothing of Athenais, Lydia. Nothing of her past, her joys, her suffering. You are but the vessel that harbors them.
Where can I find Athenais' body?
God only knows. Although I assume that the Comte de Cagliostro is taking pains to keep her alive. This is certainly the only way to keep her spirit alive in you. The only way to free her is to find her body.
Why was Eugène de Vaucanson imprisoned in the Bastille?
Once he discovered the king's true intentions, he refused to continue cooperating with him. He refused to use his talents to create this abominable army. Eugène did manage to get a letter to me just before he was here.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
The clues I found at the warehouse suggest that the gunpowder was moved to the Bastille.
Diable. You must find a way to get the...
Do you think there is any way to interrupt my internal clockwork?
To what end?
I would like to briefly sever the bond between my spirit and this automat.
It is a very strange request, madame. For what purpose?
According to the abbot,
Oh, that dreadful place.
I hope to find
You must understand, madame, that your very nature is a nor do we know how your machinery works. That is why it is impossible for us. Of course, if we had documents that could shed light on the matter.
Antoine, the blueprints.
What blueprints, mon ami?
Ludia's. Eugène gave them to me when he was working on the modifications order. He wanted my opinion on the potential for reducing the size of certain key parts. The documents are obsolete now.
Bon sang, you're right. Where are the...
Alas, the situation is not enough. But earlier, when I went there to collect my most important, I found looters making off with it.
Blasted scavengers.
I chased them to the quays, but was unable to out, and they disappeared into an underground passageway under the Louvre.
You acted wisely, mon ami.
I'll try to track them down. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
What of your plan to go to the Bastille?
I am working on it.
The tunnels under Montmartre are the only way to get around the fortifications that cut off access.
Were you present when the Estates General was...
Oui, madame. We laid bare before the... So he had the people's At least we only had to contend with positively angelic...
Goodbye, Monsieur de Robespierre. Monsieur de Mirabeau. I found a broken cane. It says Franciscus Antonius on it. Do you know who it belongs?
Well, yes, and I'm willing.
That's right.
Well, you'd need to... Because this cane, France...
Mesmer, the Prince of Charlotte.
Good heavens. It's been...
5 years to be exact.
It wasn't long up.
Can you tell me more?
He was a mystical healer.
You mentioned a commission.
This led him to appoint
An institution to which we were asked to
The experiments that we performed allowed that Monsieur Mesmer, a conclusion that destroyed his...
But there was something, Sylvain.
My dear colleague. It was obviously a momentary fate.
Perhaps.
When and how did Monsieur Mesmer dissipate?
The denunciation of his technique. He was abandoned by his client. I think he was...
A hope that led him to... In any case, Monsieur Mesmer...
Why did he leave so quickly?
That is a mystery.
This is true. He left in such... And it seems that...
Is that so? Well...
Yes, it's...
This adventurer from who knows where is... I've been able to... I wonder what he...
What were Monsieur Mesmer's theories?
He is a proponent of a theory he claimed to be able to channel...
He also cobbled together, unfortunately, despite all his attempts.
What happened during Monsieur Mesmer's trip?
Oh, they were quite... Imagine well-born lady, a dimly lit room, amiable sir, and the great Mesmer. Oh, you should have seen. Du théâtre, machin.
Monsieur Marat.
Madame?
I'm surprised to find you here. Did you follow me?
Didn't you know? The Duke's allies are always impeccably informed. Some even say that...
What do you want from me?
To tell you the truth, I can't wait to hear what... And I was afraid you might leave... You can never be too cautious these days. That's why I...
You were right. Lafayette was behind.
Aha!
But he had no intention of handing it. His goal was to raise an army and command the...
It doesn't matter. These troops would have allowed him to crush the patriot. He lied to the people. He lied. All I need is for you to give...
I have no proof, monsieur. You will have...
Your word. Do you think I can convince people? Believe me, No, it's useless. I must admit defeat. We will have either the king or left. In either case, my fate is... And I will abandon my beloved people. I have no other choice.
Visitors from the observatory. Poor souls. They didn't stand a chance. Ludius blueprints. Fortunately, they are in perfect condition. Monsieur Bailly will be delighted. Monsieur Raymond.
Go on, Aegis.
I went to the Hotel de Massiac as agreed. What I discovered goes beyond your darkest conjectures. The club's members have no intention of merely depriving their slaves of rest. Rather, with the king's support, they plan to replace them with automat harvesters.
Ma foi.
You are mistaken, mon père. Only this time.
Quelle abomination!
Par tous les saints.
4 days ago. The Paris, they were to be sacrificed as part of... Luckily, I was able...
Where are they now?
In a place they call the Dépôt des Noirs. I don't know where it is. It bears the inscription.
The Devil's Tower is a prison in Vincennes.
That's 3 leagues from here. We'll only be able to free the prisoners once we're able...
At least they were spared the fate that...
And what will you do with the two
I will continue to treat them well.
However, they will become slaves again the moment they leave the...
Certainly not, Monsieur de Robes. The planters of Massiac have been proven to be nothing but I thought I was dealing with opposition. But now I just... From whom it would be vain to expect from this day on, and will not lay down...
Rest assured, then.
That's the spirit, my...
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier. Monsieur B. Here are the blueprints you asked for.
Good heavens.
Your thieves were not able to profit much from the...
Oh, the poor souls. Their crimes, it's...
Certainly, certainly. Let us look at these documents.
No, Antoine, the F-wheel is not part of the cog that transfers the driving force to the...
Diable, you're right. It's driven by the...
Precisely. In fact, the shell...
True. All we would have to do is separate these...
And to put them back in...
You will not be able to assist me.
You must be
By no means.
Unfortunately, madame, you're asking...
Oh, ça, par...
Once your spirit is untethered from this...
Hold on, my dear Antoine. Is this device in figure...
Yes, it is. What of it?
Bon sang. It's
The dial has marks from what...
It was to allow Eugène to plan the duration of Ludia's dances in advance.
Oh, I see. And by reversing the position of the...
Nous y sommes, mon ami.
Will Aegis be able to...
We'll make it easier for her. All you have to do is put a bolt there that she... Yes, a small iron rod will suffice. When the timer dial reaches... However, given the dial's fragility...
Are you sure that the bond between my soul and this machine...
Ma foi. What do you say, mon père?
Don't be afraid, Aegis. Your soul will seek refuge in the only body it has available.
Well then.
Let's begin.
Voila. Everything is in place. When it's time, just pull on this metal loop to start the timer.
Remember, you will... We wish you good luck.
Remember, to get to... Here is the key to the gate. Our prayers are with you.
You have erred here for so long, not a word uttered. In singular contemplation of such terrible slaughter.
A long time, you say? That's not possible, sir. I've just now appeared to you.
Nay, thou must trust me. And thou wast hardly alone in this limbo. There were many travelers, stiff and silent, all in agony, all bound to the anchor stone.
What travelers do you speak of?
The first to arrive was a sobbing child, searching for his mother. After him, many a damned soul carrying their own heads in hand.
Hold on. A minister of God?
A scholar with soul star-filled, and
Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier.
a usurer who shed so many.
Monsieur Necker, mourning his wife.
All bound to the anchor stone.
The anchor stone, monsieur.
Lapis
The philosopher's stone.
Aye! Vile name for
Cagliostro.
well met. But rope for this varlet and I shall be avenged. The anchor stone keeps the travelers in this limbo and makes them masters. From the defunct springs the fire that burns it.
The terrible slaughter.
Aye, vile and new they drinketh from then the terrible. Oh. The stone is verily mine dark confine. Lonely, so lonely that mine vessel is no more, and my soul still cloistered in this place. Alack, I do despair of ever ascending to heaven. Gentle dame, I prithee do shatter my stone.
You want me to break the stone that contains your soul? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Aye, my God, I beg thee.
Do you know where this stone is? You've been buried for more than 3 centuries, monsieur.
The precious jewel, sublime treasure, was inscribed in my legacy, my testament. On my tomb engraved, gentle dame, on the tomb!
What a strange encounter. I must tell Abbe Grégoire about it immediately. Monsieur B. Goodbye, Monsieur B. Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
What of your plan to go to the Bastille?
I am working on it.
The tunnels under Montmartre are the only way to get around the fortification.
Goodbye, Monsieur de Robespierre. Monsieur de Mirabeau. What does this letter mean?
Who gave you the right to read my correspondence?
I'm curious about how you got rid of Italia. As if it burned you.
To tell you the truth, it is a missive sent by... He writes to say this reprobate...
How is that possible?
To my knowledge, this man is more persistent. He has spent his entire... I need to...
Where is he now?
At his home in Argenteuil. But the man who...
Monseigneur de la...
Precisely. Only this confounded shaveling refuses to tell me. He's stubbornly in... Bon sang.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
Can I help you, Aegis?
The plan worked as we had hoped. My spirit left my body, and I traveled to the in-between.
This is extraordinary.
You were right about the rest.
Mon Dieu, 4 centuries?
Yes, mon père.
Please, go.
He said he had met other visitors. He was speaking of Monseigneur de la Fare. They all seemed unaware of his...
All those whom Cagliostro took. The subject has the impression of being...
Mon père. Monsieur
How can we help him?
If he is to be believed...
Of course, the Philosopher's Stone. The Ankh.
Look at this, mon père. These are Philosopher's Stone...
Heavens, they do. Aegis. It was entrusted to me by the parish... Here's the key. Go.
Goodbye, mon père. Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Monseigneur. I would...
What has gotten in? I will say it. Nothing. Have I made myself...
Perfectly clear. Monsieur de Mirabeau. Alas, the bishop's stubborn...
Damn it. Let me think. In light of the Cotler, they may even have already. However, my sister, unless a messenger, then there is my...
If you ask me...
Yes, it's...
Your own mother?
Indeed.
I can be discreet.
Very well. You should know that my mother, the Countess, no matter what I try, it is said that if perchance your past...
Here it is.
4 centuries, Aegis. 4 centuries. No mind can begin to comprehend what this poor man has suffered.
Is this the fate that awaits us? An eternity of silence and solitude?
Purgatory is just a stop on the journey, Monseigneur.
Oh, I would give anything to believe it again.
Monsieur Flamel, the time has come to set you free.
Seigneur, Dieu nous garde.
Oh, blessed maid who has broken my chains!
Cum haec dixis et videntibus illis elevatus est.
And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up.
Hallelujah! Purgatory is not the end. Do you know what that means, Abbot?
Before I say anything, I would like to take the time to consider the phenomenon we have just witnessed with a clear head.
You are mistaken. What we have just seen and heard makes us new apostles. From this day on, I will live only to share the good news of this divine manifestation.
That is all well and good, Monseigneur. Alas, I will not be able to join your apostolate, for there is no mission more vital than the one we are undertaking. At a moment when the tyrant aims to annihilate...
Are you making progress, madame?
Yes, I'm working on it. Monsieur Marat, did you take part in an operation that aimed to kidnap the Dauphin and his...
Me? Take part? Nonsense. My only... That said, we did receive... If such an operation did indeed take place, there is little doubt that he and...
Dites-moi, Monsieur Marat.
I've made a lot of... In my publication, these vampires, chief among them, that crook, not content to me. It seems my...
Who are your compagnons?
Patriots who come and go. Alas, there are few. My hours are numbered.
Members and supporters of the Third Estate have gathered...
Would you be so kind as to name...
In addition to Monsieur de Robespierre...
Le Flambeau de Provence. An art...
The Marquis de Lafayette...
Say no more. With adversaries like...
Who is Monsieur de Leclos?
A brilliant writer whose pen... But is also an ex... To his great mis...
Who is Monsieur de Leclos?
A brilliant... But is also... To his great...